Anna.
I just starting.
Okay, Nana. Actually, I need to change that server, Anna. Sometimes it is disconnecting automatically.
If you are idle, it will be disconnected.
Nana, while I'm practicing, sometimes it will get disconnected and it says show the pop-up like reconnecting in 5 items like that is showing.
Okay. So we'll check it because sometimes
Once I speak with her, you send me the number, right? Once I speak with her,
hmm,
she resolved it, but again it is coming the same. Anyhow, by 13th, the server access will be done, right? He said we'll
hmm, hmm, hmm,
go with the another one. We'll
hmm,
change
hmm,
it.
hmm, 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 hmm. So
Uh,
the other one also, which I am going to give you, right? First we test it with you. I will give some. I
uh,
will both together. I will test you because that is problem also sometimes with the broadband internet also. I know that some cases.
okay.
So will you test first once with mobile data also, mobile data and broadband both. Okay, na?
Okay.
So suppose mobile,
Okay.
if it is coming with problem with Airtel, just try with Jio.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, na? Just to do the test. Okay, na?
Okay.
Okay. So hello.
Uh,
Yes, Devendra, you asked something. That you see my screen, all of you, right? So I'll go to directly into the see first two demos I have done. No? Last two classes, just I started programming very variables. So what is this one? No? That I'll repeat again later. So now what I do is I'll go through directly to the ABAP dictionary concepts. This is very important. So I'll go with completely the I'll start with the ABAP database concepts. Dictionary, we call as tables and all. Okay. So I assume that Sudhir and Adhiraz is completely new to ABAP, right? I know Devendra is already ABAP also. So Sudhir and Adhiraz, you are new to complete to SAP ABAP, right?
yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, don't, I mean, feel shy to ask any question, okay? Na? Any doubts and all, you ask me. So as I said, right? So tomorrow class, by tomorrow class, I'll provide server access also to you. You can log in and I'll be doing, you can be doing it parallelly or we will go together. So that way, you don't just engage only watching my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, na?
Okay.
So this is the architecture of SAP. This is the presentation layer. And this is the DB application layer. This is the application.
So what's the topic name?
ABAP dictionary I'm starting.
ABAP dictionary.
Starting.
Okay.
ABAP
Database dictionary.
database.
Okay, sir.
Dictionary. Database layer. Actually, ABAP data dictionary is the entire heart for the entire SAP technology, actually. All the modules of SAP core, backend is database tables, all database related database tables, basically, all data types. Okay. So this is very basic concepts. If we are very thorough, right, you can do anything in SAP. It will be more interesting because everything data flow only.
Yes.
Okay. And so this is the flow. This is the presentation layer. This is the application layer where all the programs will be executed. This is the DB layer here. This is the DB layer. All the data storage will be done here, DB layer. This is the database, nothing but DBs, database here. So I don't know other programming languages, the connectivity will be different, but here is everything is inbuilt, the database connectivity. So what SAP has provided is, they have provided one transaction code, we call it SC11. Hello. So SC11 is the transaction code we call in SAP. Through this SC11 ABAP dictionary, what you do is you can do this type of things. What I'll show you here quickly. Then we'll go to the system. Through this SC11, no, you can create a new database tables here. First of all, what is the purpose of the tables? You can think of and tell me.
To arrange data properly.
Basically, anything, right, in organization, you need a data. The data storage will happen in the database, in the tables, inside the tables here. So the base purpose is create new database tables. We call new custom database tables because whatever we create, we call as custom, new custom database tables. And the second one is to create a global data types. We'll see all this practically. It may not be very clear now, but once you do hands-on and we go on topic wise, right, you will be understood more clearly. Because many of you may be not hear this word also, words also they say, but terminology me, but so you just focus and practice it, it will be more clear class by class for every class. So we'll create the new custom database tables to create a global data types. Okay, we'll see what is the exact data types and all clearly. And to see the standard SAP database tables, also we can see the data. Also we can see the data inside the standard database tables. This is the concept here. Okay. Let's see. So you don't need to go to DB layer in the same system, right? What do you do is everything you can do through this transaction code. So this is where we call as presentation layer. Once we create a table, activate it, the activation process will happen here. Table structure will be stored here. Data also will be stored in the DB layer. Okay, we will see practically now how to do that. Okay, I'll go to system, SAP system. So this SAP system, what I am going to provide is the latest SAP server only. Okay, all applications of SAP will work and all our trainings, my trainings and through my company, whatever the trainings we are providing, SAP Fiori, right? All the other trainings also will go through in this system only. This is I will purchase from external people. I don't maintain a server. I will purchase from the external persons. Okay. Go to here, click on connect. So you don't need any server software. You don't need in your system. Okay. You will connect completely remote desktop system through the in Windows system. If you are having, so you can have the you will be having the or a remote desktop app by default. If any one of you are using the MacBook, you can connect to me. I will give you a separate way of connecting to the SAP system. Okay, click on connect. This is the remote desktop. This is the SAP system. So I'll give you the unique user IDs for you. 3 months I'll provide the access for you. And this is the logon pad. We call it logon pad. So what this logon pad is? This is this one presentation where you are current here. Double click here. So it will ask the username and password. So this password is case sensitive. The username is not case sensitive. So if 3 times, after 3 times, I mean, unsuccessfully, if we try to give the wrong password, then it will locked. Okay. Then press enter. So you will be logged into the SAP system. Okay. This is how the SAP system looks in the same in the real-time projects also, it will be the same only. Okay, this placeholder is called as a transaction navigator. Means you can go to from one transaction to other transaction code. What the meaning of transaction codes is? The transaction codes. There are two types of transaction codes. This is the transaction code, T code. We call it transaction code. Two types of transaction codes generally. One is business transaction code. A second one is technical T code. We call it technical T code here. This is technical T code. So anyone have any idea about this one? Business T code, transaction code? Anyone? Anyone can think of, or maybe if you have attended any demo class, my demo class, I would have been told already. There are basically two transaction codes in SAP. We call it transaction code.
Sir, in SAP,
For creating a table or anything else?
In general, transaction code. Everything in the
Transaction code
terminology.
generally starts with the SC, right? SC11, like SC11, SC32.
That is the name of transaction code. So what I'm asking is mainly categorization of the transaction codes in SAP is two types of transaction code. One is the business transaction code. Other one is, maybe this is may not be the exact SAP definition, but in general, in the real-time projects point of view, if we understood right, this is the terminology, I can say. Technical transaction code and the business transaction code. Technical transaction code will be used by the business users here. Examples are like MM01, okay, for creating the materials, VA01, creating the sales order, okay, ME21M, for creating the purchase orders. So this type of transaction code we call as a business transaction code. And these technical transaction codes are nothing but, what are the technical transaction code? Think of now, Devendra. Because you know in the ABAP already. Now I listed out here business transaction codes. So what could be the technical transaction codes? Like as you said, right? SC, starting with SC. SC38 for creating the ABAP programs, so changing the programs. So SC11 for creating the tables. So SC80 for going to the object navigator, we call as to go to the tables, so right, to go to the function models. So everything will navigate from through these transaction codes. So like this, we have many transaction codes. So we will see one by one. SC91, all these things. So you don't need to, you just, remember it, two types of transaction codes. So because this is going to use by, who is going to use this one? This is going to use by the users here. Here user. So the user will be accessing this one, and this is going to be used by developers. This terminology is also very important while we are getting into SAP. What is this two? User and tech developer. Developer will use this one here. Who is the user? Who is the developer? Or programmer. Developer nothing but programmer. You think in that way. Who is the developer or who is the user? Think 1 minute. In general, you think of, not only SAP point of view, in general, think of.
sorry sir, can you repeat the question?
What
Who
I'm
is
asking
developer and
you-
who is user? So we are the developer or programmers who build the application or anything.
Correct.
And the application user will be user.
who is going to use that product,
Yeah.
applications, programs.
If you are making the website using HTML, CSS, we are the developer, no?
Correct. So if you go to, for example,
For
KSRTC
example,
website.
sir, if we make the website for the gym, so
Right,
gym,
for example, correct, you are right, 100%. Right, for example, if you see this one, right? This is the website of the KSRTC for booking the bus tickets. So we are the users for this website, or we are the developers for this website, or programmers. Suppose
We
you are
are
going
users.
to, we are the users. The same way, users means who is using the application. So programmers means backend people who is developed all this site, all this right, all these controls and all. The same way you should think as a web programmer or any programmer, right? Always our thinking should be like a user while using the application. No? The backend as a developer. This backend of these people is the programmers here. Okay. Now, so we'll go to the create one database table. So this data you are going to maintain through the tables. So we are going to create a tables. We call it custom tables. Then two types of tables. Insert. Okay. There are tables, basically two types, SAP tables. One is called SAP standard tables here. SAP standard tables. Another one is SAP custom tables. Custom means we create. We means ABAP developers. This one, like this, custom tables. Tables created by us. By developers. Is called as custom tables. SAP standard tables means tables provided by SAP. Example tables here is example standard tables is MARA. For example, there is one table MARA. All materials information will be stored in this table. Okay, and one more table, purchase orders tables, EKQO. Okay, and EKPO, purchase orders items data, VBAK, standard tables. Okay, standard table for storing the sales order information, VBAP. Okay, this is purchase orders items data. This is all called standard tables. Based on what we call standard tables is, these tables, standard tables don't start with Z. Okay, those are the SAP provided tables. And this is all custom tables is for business purpose. We create custom tables. For example, you want to create a Z employee tables, Z MAH EMP tables. Now in this table, right, all we are creating, so we are going to call these tables as custom tables. Custom tables must start with Z or Y. Custom tables must be started with Z or Y. Think of what could be the reason. Think of why we need to start with Z or Y. What could be the reason? Maybe SAP is mandatory. It is a mandatory to create of any program also, starting with Z or Y. Think what could be the reason? To differentiate, right? Can you think 1 minute and tell me answer?
sir, it is like a keyword that SAP build table will be started from any other alphabets, or the custom tables are started from Z or Y.
Perfect. Very good, right? You are 100% correct. So that all the tables, whatever you see other than Z or Y is considered as a SAP developer tables. So whereas the tables what you see or what we create is to differentiate our tables, custom tables. Custom tables we create as per the client requirement. Okay, the client is like this. To tell you again a little bit more clear the flow point of view. This is suppose BMW here. BMW client here. And maybe you are working from the Capgemini here. Yes, through Capgemini here. So through Capgemini, what you are going to do is you are going to work SAP systems of the BMW, not Capgemini SAP systems. Are getting up? Are getting here? Hello? Through CZ, yet as an employee, you connect to the SAP systems of BMW, and then you create all these tables and all as per the business requirement of the BMW. That is the real-time projects what we do exactly. So you are not SAP, you are not going to work for the SAP of the Capgemini. SAP of this client you are going to work. And this BMW going to get the SAP software from the SAP company. This is a licensed software, they will purchase this one. This is the SAP company. SAP company. Okay, this is the generally the work process, work point of view, how it will be done. SAP from SAP company, these people will take the SAP software, purchase it, and then this company they will list to Capgemini or Accenture or IBM. So to maintain this SAP systems or to install a SAP system, to write a programs, everything will be you are going to do through the BMW client through the Capgemini. Okay. Now quickly I'll create one new table and I'll show you. Okay, and if you want quickly, I'll also show you this standard tables first. Okay, for that what you should do is go to SAP system, navigate to SC11. It's called as ABAP dictionary. We'll see all one by one, each of this one. Very important to understand this practically. Okay, I mean, once you practice, so theory will be more clear concept. So as I said that the standard table starting with the not Z. For example, if I take one table, Mara, this is the standard table. This table contains all the materials data. You see here. This is the structure of the table here. This is structure of the table. That fields of the table. So what is the fields purpose? Why we need a fields concept? In the table, what is the purpose of the fields? This is the structure of the table. This is not the data. This is not the data. What is the purpose of the fields?
To differentiate different things like name.
Correct. Basically columns, right? The columns here. To each column, you need one field. This is what we call the fields here. Now I'll show the data. To see the data, you should go to here. Click on contents here. You'll get this pop-up. We'll see all these things. And if you execute here, this is the execute button in SAP. Show you all the data. This is the data. Records, nothing but the records here. Right? What is the record meaning?
Store the data.
Record means a row, specific row generally, right? Group of fields. You can say group of fields. So this is a column. Column. This is a row. So from here the data starts. This is the data. One row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, like this. Okay, this is we'll see about all these tables more clearly. This is a standard table, one table. One more table I'll take VBAK, for example. Click on display here. This is for sales order data. How do you know? See here, sales order data. So where you can see the sales order meaning is in the SAP system. I was telling that business transaction. So we can see here, go to here, /O, VA03. What is the VA0 means? It is one business transaction code given by SAP to see the sales order information. Okay. This scheme is built by SAP ABAP people only. This we'll build as part of our training. So we'll build this type of applications as a part of training. Okay, if I go to here, I can see one sales order data information on the screen here. This is the data. This is the data on the screen. All these tabs, right? This is called a tabs in SAP terminology. We will build through the SAP ABAP only. So, in the one of the topic of module pool programming, we'll discuss all these tabs. Okay, how to build this one under. This is how it looks the sales order. So I was telling the purchase order. This data will sit in the tables. This is the flow. Flow is, this is the flow. This will be the business T code. This is what I'm showing to you. Business T code. Business T code. Right? What I was showing is VA03 here. VA01 is for creating the sales order. Create sales order document. VA02 is change the sales order document. And VA03 is display the purchase order. This is a business transaction code. Okay, now we are in this display order. What the concept here is, when you click this transaction code, so data flow like this. This is the SAP database tables here. SAP database tables. Data will come to the screen. So when you are displaying the data here, data will come from here to here. Here to here. Data will come from here to here. Okay. When you are displaying the data will come from here to here. You'll see all practical this one more clearly. Right? While you are displaying the data will flow from database to here. While you are creating the data will flow from here to here. New data when you are creating. Suppose you are changing the existing data or existing purchase order, sales order and all. This is called one sales order. Suppose you change this data, for example. For change point of view, think 1 minute, how the data will flow. How the data will be flowing. Like for example, the same thing, right? This is sales order. The number, this one. If I copy this one, go back, VA02 here. Now if I go to VA02, the sales document change is coming. Press enter, enter. Now you see all changeable format now the data. What I'm trying to make you to understood is, think of data flow. Just you don't need to worry much because we are very first class only. Just I am trying to make you to understood. Right? For the creation part, data will go from here to here. From here to here. Even you can check it in my first second day. Second demo also I showed how the data transfers. I will show you again in the next classes, no problem. Once you save the data will go from here to here for creating the new document. For changing, data will come, display will come only from here to here. For changing, what will happen? Any guessing here? Here, right here, change means VA02, sales order change here. VA02 here. The moment I go to VA02, I give this number, press enter key here, enter. Now what happened the flow? Flow is, this is the flow. Control the went into database, it check that information is available in the database table. If it is available, it brings data back from here to here. This is the flow. It goes to database. If searches is available the sales order, and then if it is available, bring back the data. Okay. This is the concept. Okay, we'll be doing this more practically. Okay. So now I'll create one new table. Right, go to SC11. So to go to from here to SC11, this is the navigator. Go to here, /n, n is overwrite. Since I don't need this screen now, SC11. Okay, I'll create one new table here, starting with Z. Say Z, employee tables, EMP. Some employee information I want to store. Click on create. Employee. Right? So once you get into the screen, no? Right? This is in SAP, you see this short description. Okay. Short description is the text purpose of that. So table to store employee data. Okay. And you see whatever you see here, right, as a mandatory. Okay. You should choose here. We'll go to here. Okay. We'll use this two only. This will be used by the SAP based on the type of the data they are storing. So we'll choose A only. C is very different cases. I'll show you. I'll tell you what cases. Okay, application table, master and transactional data. Okay, this is very important terminology to understood. Okay. Any of you can think of what could be the master data, what is the transaction data. This is a very important terminology in SAP. This is master data. What is the master data? What could be the transaction data? See, everything in the SAP or anywhere in the IT industry is data only. Information. So basically, master data and transaction data. Think of 1 minute. What information or what data could be master data? No need to think of in SAP perspective. Think of in general. Which type of the data or which type of information we can call as a master data? Which type of data we can call it transaction data? So transaction data means the data which will be changing frequently. To give the definition. Master data is the one-time data, not change frequently. This is the definition. Right? Think of what could be the master data.
The student will be the master data and the roll number name. Student will be the master data, no? And the
So
roll number name,
employee information.
student ID.
Employee information.
Yeah,
Go
employee
for
is a master, employee ID, employee name.
Employee data. What else? Vendor data also, right? Vendor, customer, this is very important terminology for SAP people. Vendor data, customer data. What is the vendor? What is the customer? To whom we will call a customer, whom we will call a customer, vendor.
Vendor who sells the product or customer who purchase the product.
In example, if you tell example, vendor, for example, right, we are buying a lot of products in Amazon, right? To the Amazon, we are the customers or we are the vendors?
We are the customers.
We are the customers, right? Here. So this is Amazon here. This is Amazon. To the Amazon, we are the customers here. Right? All the people, maybe we are the people here, right? Maybe Ramesh, one person, Rajesh, one person, like that. So we are the customers. To the Amazon, who is the vendors?
Sir, Amazon is a platform.
Hmm.
He is not a vendor, no?
No, to Amazon, who is the vendor? To Amazon, we are the
The
customers.
person who is selling that product in Amazon is
Who is that? Example.
Example,
for
Puma,
example,
the brands.
yeah.
Right? All mobile people, right? Mobile company peoples, right? Here. For example,
Yeah.
this Apple phone. You'll buy through the Amazon only, right? And
Yes.
maybe Samsung also. Right? What else? What is the other mobile? You name one more mobile. Or HP laptop, for example, right? All these people are customers, right? Sorry, vendors to the Amazon, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
This you get the point here, right? Because this terminology is very important in SAP. Customer or vendor or material purchase order, sales order is what you listen in the SAP. Because this SAP is business software, all business applications here. This has been designed. See, suppose I deliver for a corporate training. So I am delivering for corporate training for my Capgemini, for example. Okay, I'm doing Capgemini now. So I'll be a customer to the Capgemini and the vendor to Capgemini. I'm a trainer working for a Capgemini as a external contractor. So you think I am a vendor to the Capgemini or I am a customer to the Capgemini?
Vendor.
Vendor, because I provide some service. Training is the word service.
Yes.
Capgemini is customer for me,
Yes, sir.
right? Got the point? This is a understanding. Okay. No. Right? Master data, transaction data. Now, what could be transaction data? So this is all the customer vendor here. Which is the transaction data? Think 1 minute. This is a master data. Which could be the transaction data? In general, you think of. Okay, one more master data, right? Your other data is master data or not? Other PAN card, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So is it master data or not? PAN card information, your Aadhaar card information and all. Is the master data, right? It will not change frequently, right?
Yes.
So it's also master data. And what could be the transaction data example? Think 1 minute.
Our Facebook, our social media passwords will be the transaction.
Instead of that, all social media data is the transaction data, right? Because every day, every hour, something or someone will be posting.
Yes, we are changing our username also. Password, everything.
So all the social media data. Other than that, your bank transaction amount is the transaction data only, right? Bank transaction data, right? Hello?
Yes.
Bank transaction data, right? Suppose you spend today maybe 2,000-3,000, for example, different transaction. So that is the transaction data, right? Or you get some money. That is also transaction data. Bank transaction data. What else you can think of transaction data? Your mobile call history. Hello? Mobile call history data, right? It will be going on changing, right? You
Yes.
made today 20 calls, 30 calls, tomorrow 100 calls, maybe tomorrow, 30 calls, 40 calls, like that. And what else? What could be the other data? If you take Amazon point of view, sales of Amazon data. Sales data of Amazon for December month. This is master data or transaction data? Sales, how much they have been sold products. This is a transaction data, right? Hello?
Yes.
Transaction data.
Transaction data. So you be very thorough with these concepts, right? Especially when you go for interview as a fresher. So you can make more impact in to the interviewer when you tell very confidently this type of things when the discussion comes about the master data, transaction data, what type of data we store in the tables and all. So you can take it more interesting the interview. Because basically, right, not learning means not just to create the table and all, how to create the table or how to create a program. That is the generic learning. Okay, for that learning, a lot of sites are there or self-learning phases are there. But this the instructor-led trainings will be more to make you think differently and think business point of view. So hence the trainer is required. So sales data Amazon for the December month transaction data. What could be the other data? Material stock data also in the industry is the transaction data or not? Material stock available data.
It's a material concern.
Right? Material stock available as of now, how much so? Right? And even the finance due also, right? Finance due or financial statement. Right? All this is called transaction data.
Service instructions.
Yes. Financial statements. All this comes from the transaction data only. One more is the customizing data that will come after some time. At this point of time, we may not understood clearly. Okay. And this one also we'll see now only what is the purpose of this one here. Now you go to create one table. Quickly we'll create one new table. So first field, what could be the first field? Devendra,
Anna?
what could be the first field?
Employee ID in this
Before
table.
suppose you want to create a field with the, I'll tell you the field names also here. We want to create the field names.
Okay.
Employee number, employee number, employee name, employee first name. Okay, na? Employee first name, employee last name, employee city. Okay, we'll take a very simple. Okay, na? Employee city here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 fields we need. 4 information we need to store. Think of what could be the first field in a SAP system.
Employee number.
No, first field should be client field.
Oh, okay.
Client field. We'll see this. What is the client field? Okay, na? Client field will tell you which client the data is storing in the table. Okay. What is this key flag? All of you. Primary key. This is a primary key flag. This is for to define the initial values to the field. This one, no? Okay. For this one, at this time, not easy to understood. Make it as flag checked. So default values based on the data type will be stored in the database. And this is now data type. We should give the data type for this one. What is the data type in general? Anyone of you think? What is the data? What is the data type?
The data means the record.
Hmm.
For example, the employee will be all data, or employee name, employee L name, employee city will be all data types.
Data types will tell you what type of data you are going to store.
Type
Correct.
Going to store in the
Type of data.
of it.
what type of data it is called.
What type of data? So here, right, go to here. We have two types of building this data type to give here. First, we go very basic. We don't use that, but just to understood. Go to built-in type here. Give here as data type as. For the client, there is a separate data type SAP is provided. Choose that client data type. And length, CLND length is 3 because so when you log in right here, when you log in, it will show you here. See, this is the client here. So how many digits it can store? How many characters it will store? Here.
3 characters.
Three. That's why you are giving 3 here. 3 characters here. No decimals required here. And then you can go here the client here. Next, employee number, EMP number here. Here, right, when you are typing here, it is not required to give Z. Why? Because this fields only. For fields not required to give Z or Y. No, you don't practice in that way. Practice as simple as possible. Okay. Employee number. And what could be this data type? Think 1 minute. Employee number should be numeric or character or integer.
Numeric, float, numeric, double.
Numeric, right? Because it's fixed generally, right? Fixed. So you can go maybe 5 digits or 3 digits maybe, for example. Okay. And you don't need any decimals here, right? Here, go to here. Choose the numeric data type. Numeric text. Numeric text will store digits from 0 to 9. Right? Client here, employee number.
Length.
Yeah, 1 second. Employee number. Next, what is the primary key for this one? So it should be primary key or not primary key?
Yes.
It should be primary key. Okay? Why?
Because your number will be unique, no?
The number will be unique. Go to here and here. Employee number, 3 digits here. Employee number. See, by giving the numeric rate, it is disable this part because numeric, you don't need a numeric here. Okay. Next, employee number, employee first name, employee first name. Okay. Employee first name, you can give here. What could be the data type for the employee first name?
Character.
Character. So you can choose your character. You can do 20 characters here. Employee name. Employee first name here. Right? And one more field you can go employee last name. Employee last name. Practice this way, same way how I am practicing. Don't give very lengthy name here. Okay, na? So in the real-time projects also, we'll make it as short as possible, the column names, field names here. Then go to here, employee name, employee last name, right? Character 20 here. Employee last name. Right? Now we'll save it. What is this one?
Object creation.
It asks you to create a package, right? So you should create a package. Package is like a folder to store all your
Folder.
programs. Okay, I showed in the just last session, but I'll show you now again. I'll create one more session, one more package. Go to SC80 to create a package. Dashboard SC80. Okay, practice the same thing what I am doing now in the class after class, the tomorrow class. Right? Go to SC80, create a package here. Starting with go to package here. With a package starting with Z. I'll go here as package name January 2026 here. Press enter here. It's asking pop-up. Yes, click on yes. Right? Give the short description for the package here. Purpose package for my ABAP programs under tables. Short description. Application component are not mandatory. What is the meaning of application components are? Which module belongs to this package? In the real-time projects, right? Only one package will be created at one time only. Not every day you create a package. So you can choose here. Maybe suppose materials management module. You can choose materials management. In all this default it comes. You keep it like this only. In the real-time projects also you don't touch anything here. You give only the package name. Now, as I said, package name also you don't create as a developer generally. Either I create as a lead or the on-site basis people will create and give that to us package. Okay, now click on save. Save means enter here. Right? It will ask you the transport request. What is the transport request? Transport request will enable you to move your programs from one system to other system. This we'll see practically in the coming sessions. This is the transport request. Here, this is your package. Okay. Another 10 minutes will take. 9:15 it goes. Okay. Package transport request. Under transport request, you are going to store your tables and programs. This is the table. Table 2. Okay. Or programs, you can create like this under this transport text. Program like this here. Okay. Now, so I can click on create new button here. Create request here. TR for ABAP custom table. Okay. So you don't need to give any project and all. In the real-time projects, so they'll give you what project you should choose and all in the real-time projects. That server will be, they maintain sometimes the project here. Choose that, otherwise not mandatory here. It's not mandatory. Click on save. Right now, transport request generated for a package now. This is the package name. Right now, this package name you use to save your table. Control C. Go to the program table. Save it. Right. So give the package name here. Then save it here. Now it lost a new transport request for the table. Okay. You can create here. Table transport request. Earlier transport request is for the package. Now this transport request you are creating for a table. Table. Store. for employee data. Click on save here. Not mandatory to choose the package. If you want, you can choose it. Save it now here. Done. No. Okay. Check syntax now here. Right. No inconsistencies found. Activate. So anything is new changes to effect must to do the activation. You understood this purpose of this activation. Activate here now. When you are activating, right, it is asking few more information here. To data class. Data class will tell you again, right, where your table should be saved inside the database, which category here. Okay, as we discussed already, only these three we use. First, we'll go through these two only, either master data or transaction data. So employee data comes under the master data. Use the master data here. Okay, and size category also mandatory here. Size category means how many records you are going to store inside this table. If I give 0 means 0 to 6,600 records you can store here. Okay. The entry question. What will happen if it is more than 6,600 records in the table while you are storing? Think 1 minute, what will happen? See, 0 means memory space. You are allocating the memory space to store inside this table. This many records it can store. 6,600 records can be stored. Think of if you try to create one extra record, 6,601, what will happen? Record will be stored in the table, it will not be able to store in the table.
It won't store. It won't store when it reaches the limit.
No. It will store. It will store. Internally, system will create a memory space with this capacity, one more of 0 capacity. That's the concept. You note down somewhere in notebook or parallel take notebook as well. Data will not truncate. It will extend this memory space automatically. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. For now, you don't need to think about this buffering and all. We'll see later after some classes. Not mandatory here. Click on back. Now table is activated. See, they activated here now. How to insert the data into this table is go to insert. Go to utilities. Table contents. Create entries here. So it is disabled here. Display is there. Create entries is not there. How to create the entries? Think of 1 minute.
It should be changed to data allowances should be changed.
Maintains allowed here now. Right? Save it now. Now try to do that. Utilities. Table contents. Go to the fields here. Table contents. Create entries. So still showing the other way.
Because the table is not inactive. It is inactive.
Correct. So it's not activated. That is the reason. Activate this one now. That's the purpose of activation. Right now, go to here, try to insert the data. Table contents, create in this here now. Right now, you can enter the employee number, for example, wanted. Right? Employee first name, Rajesh. Last name is Kumar, for example, here now. Right? Observe, first two are different color, next two are different color. Why? What could be the reason? What could be the reason? First two, if you observe it, they are different color. Next two fields are different color.
The first two are plain fields. The second two it will be permanent. And the second two the data will changes when you enter.
The other way is first two fields are primary key fields. Primary key fields. That's
Yeah,
why you
primary.
create different color. Save it now. One record is saved now. You can see the data. Click on back. Go to the contents. Do execute here. Do you see one record came here now? Okay. If you want to create one more record, go back. Utilities, table contents, create in this now. Right? Now can I give same 100 with a different name? Same employee number. Earlier I give Rajesh. Now I can give Ramesh. Can I give like this? Employee number same, but I am changing the first name and last name. Is it, will it allow? It will not allow.
Will not allow.
Will not allow because this is primary key already.
Okay, yeah.
Right? That's the concept of primary key. The record is already existing with the color specified key already exists, so it won't allow here. We should change this one to a different number here now, maybe 200. So second record has been saved now here. Now how many records are there in this table? If I go to here, right, you can see here now. 2 records are there here now. Right? So 2 rows are there here actually. This is very simple table. Okay, how to create the table. So you can try to practice same tables the same way I created. Okay. And also I'll give you some tables structure and all to you. Okay. You can try to practice yourself the same way how I created with more number of fields. I'll give a documentation, step-by-step procedure. You try to create. Okay. And then we'll discuss in the next class, tomorrow class, different concepts in the table only. We will create again the table with respect to data element. And the data we don't insert in this way. We insert the data in the different way, not through like this one, because user will not be able to access through S11. User will insert the data through SM30. For that, what we should do and all we'll discuss tomorrow. All this every concept what we are going to discuss is concept wise important. Interview point of view also very important for, especially if you are going for as a fresher. They expect good understanding, practical knowledge in the dictionary. Okay, I'll mention all those points. So wherever is required more attention, then you keep doing it, then it will be very interesting. Okay, we'll stop here. Recording also stop.